website and got scammed and didn't get to go.
Really?
No! No way!
Yeah, so my whole Monday just got fucked.
Oh, you bought it on the
That's
scam website?
I'm so sorry.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. That sucks.
So you never ended up getting the tickets at all, or you got to your gate and they said, "Sorry, you can't come in."
Wow.
So I ordered from this thing called Viagogo, and apparently I didn't even know this when I bought them, but apparently this website is for people that like bought tickets from, say, like Ticketmaster, and then said, "Oh, I don't want these," and then sold them. You can sell them through this website, but apparently it's like super sketch. And I found that out later because I bought them in a rush because we were trying to decide if we wanted to go. And then I was like, well, it's pretty close to time to choose. And then we decided, okay, let's do it. And then I went through and looked for a website, bought them.
Wow.
And a QR code was supposed to show up, and it didn't ever show up. And then I called them, and they're like, oh, there should be a 13-digit code in your email. Check the email, no 13-digit code. Call them back. Where's the 13-digit code? Oh, we'll send you another email with the code. Email comes, no 13-digit code. I'm just like, I got scammed.
Wow. That sucks.
Ugh. I'm so sorry.
But
That's yuck.
yeah, I contacted the credit card company though, so at least it looks like I'm gonna get the $300 back probably.
Well, that's
Okay.
good, I guess. I mean, it's something.
Yeah.
Still, though, you like missed out on the concert, which is what you were wanting.
Yeah, it was pretty raw. I got screwed pretty hard.
Wow. Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah,
Nice
but
way.
now I know.
Yeah, God, I hate scammers so much. Like, one of my favorite YouTube channels is those ones that like bust the scammers in India.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, was a scammer payback with pierogi and
Yeah.
other ones. Like there's other
Pretends
ones.
to be a grandma.
Yeah, he always uses the same voice, so I'm pretty much the same voice.
Yeah.
But, yeah, exactly.
Get him on the case.
Yes.
Yeah, those things are awesome.
I don't
love
think
watching
that
them.
would be one of those call centers though. It sounds like it's more local because they know
Yeah.
about a concert, a specific concert.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna whisk you all away.
Whisk. Recalculating splines.
Isn't that from like SimCity, like 2000?
I don't know.
Recalculating splines. Like what is
Spline.
what is a spline?
I have no
is that a real
idea.
word, or did they just make that up? Like,
It sounds
think
like
I
it
remember-
comes
I think they
from
made
the
it
bar
up, if I
realm.
remember correctly.
yeah, so it's a running gag then, because they use it like this game just now. It said like recalculating splines. Like, what is a spline? It's I thought I heard that too, that it was just a gag or something. But
Yeah.
okay, all right. So quick question: can you guys see?
No.
I can
A
see.
spline is a special function defined piecewise by polynomials. It's
Oh.
a math thing.
Oh.
It is.
It's probably about rendering.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, I see now.
I can see.
Neat.
I can see
Yes.
that Rain's at about a third health.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, she's very low. We did not heal her before we left. How did that? How did we not do that?
Cool
Is
map.
there anybody who cannot see?
Oh my!
I
That's so
am
pretty.
working on getting zoomed in, but it keeps resetting me to 10% zoom.
Well, if you have a mouse wheel, you can just use the mouse.
Yeah. Like I'm doing the mouse wheel and it just went back to 10%. I don't know what's going on.
Although, actually, on that topic, JD, did we end up getting any supplies from Colin before we left? Because I know we were asking for stuff.
You did, but you
Temple-
just left before you got anything, so no.
I thought like they said like just take all the potions that you wanted. Did we?
Yeah,
Like,
they
was
said
that
like that's perfectly fine, but nobody actually bothered to.
I wasn't like I just wasn't there. I thought you guys grabbed all the potions. God damn it!
We were just like, yeah, we'd like some potions, and then walked away.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, that sounds great. We'll totally do that. And then you went to Portal.
What?
Nobody bothered to get them.
That's really disappointing.
So I don't know what you want from me. That's like not my problem.
Potions. That's what I want from you.
Oh, is that it? Is that what you want? Okay. Okay.
Okay, it looks like we're good on my screen now.
Good.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. And shuffle play. Sweet. We got some music, maybe. Okay. All right. So, so where we where we last left off was, you guys had just finished a small sort of meetup and information dispersal session with the King's Council. The king himself was there present. Garen also offered up several bits of information, and everybody was generally just trading information, trying to figure out what is going on. Because it's only been just I think it was today. Yeah, it was just today that
Allabar. It sure was.
Like Allabar just like came over the horizon and delivered that horrible like ultimatum. So after the jelly rain that you guys took care of, all the aberrant creatures were like, more or less mopped up. And that's when you talked to Garen, who had kind of managed to disperse the jelly rain with his storm calming ability. Then it was found out through the tome that Lloyd brought back with him from his stint. We'll call it his stint in the elemental chaos. So he says that a buddy of his who had died getting him this book gave it to him, and he recovered it from this entity known as Shinshra Khan, which according to Lloyd was this storm titan of enormous size that seemed to lead a large group of other storm giants in the elemental chaos. And this tome, which he could not read, he gave to Beni, who translated some notes that were kind of scrawled inside on a separate sheet of paper. And in these notes, it was pointed out that there was an attack, an enormous assault planned upon the city of Title to the south, or to the southwest. This in the Frostfangs. And both Lloyd and Jaez, being from there, were of course very alarmed by this, both having friends or family, one or the other, in that location. And of course they're very eager to go there and, see what's up. Of course you guys informed the crown of this, who of course they asked questions about where did you come up with this information, but the proof seemed solid enough. And so the king said that, to kind of call ahead, send a message through magical means as quickly as possible to those in charge in Title, and let them know that there is a possible attack going to be coming from the sea. When is unknown, although according to what the note said, it should have been today. However, once a response was received that you had the all clear, they had not seen anything suspicious, which led to the assumption that perhaps by Lloyd stealing this book, or whatever Lloyd did, somehow put a halt on whatever plans were being made. But for how long, no one can say. Anyway, so you guys decided nonetheless to go there and try and help out, shore up their defenses, which also apparently had been infiltrated. It says that according to the note, the defenses have been compromised by somebody or someone. So that's also an issue. So that's where we left off. You guys managed to get the teleportation circles open for just your trip, because the rest of the kingdom's circles have all been temporarily shut down for security measures. But just long enough for you guys to transport over there, and then they were immediately shut off again. So you guys stroll into the snowy, cold weather of Title down in the southern Frostfangs of Tannertus. It's a very cold region. especially in the winter, but even in the summer and spring, it's not incredibly warm. I mean, there's some deciduous trees perhaps, but most of them are evergreens. And there's snow all over the ground already, even though it is May. So, or no, sorry, it is June. It is June.
I made 13.
And you made 13.
Oh.
You made 13.
That's a solid roll, Sean.
You made
Solid
13
mid-range.
on the calculator. I open it up to the party. What do you want to do?
Well, two of us know exactly where we're going.
I figured
Jaez would he's looking visibly antsy, which is very uncommon for him. Usually he's pretty calm and collected, unless he's, pretty ticked off. And he would say something along the lines of like, well, we need to figure out a place to meet up because I don't think I'll be going with you wherever you're deciding you're gonna go.
Need to figure out a bed.
Beds are good.
Bed?
Anyone-
Okay. Yes. There's Drew, what's the name of the inn in the town that Kenya the player does not know?
Okay. There are two fairly large inns that are commonly frequented by travelers. Because Title, while not as immense and like grandiose as the capital of Column, it is still a fairly large city.
Yeah.
Being just on the sea, and it handles a lot of the import and export from other countries and other kingdoms that come through Title and one other port city before on their way to this capital itself. Anyway, great. So yes, there are two large taverns. One is sort of closer to the docks area, and that is called the Mama Whale Inn. And
Mama Whale.
Yeah, Mama Whale Inn. And there's another one in a more central location, more closer to the portal where you guys are currently at, called the Steam Closet.
Oh, Steam Closet sounds fun.
So those are probably the two inns that pop into your mind.
For Lloyd, I was gonna say which one was closest to either Lloyd or Jaez's locations where they're likely gonna go.
Well, you guys, at the moment, you both recognize where you are immediately, being, locals to this area. And the Steam Closet is much closer.
I just meant for the sake of, rushing anywhere in case the party gets into trouble and we have to leave our respective locations.
I see.
Did we have to report to the priests or something?
No. The priests...
They just they phoned them and said we were coming, right?
Yes. Well, yeah, they know you're coming. So you arrived. There were guards. As soon as you're bamped into the circle, there are three, looks like, would it be turretiers? Probably just turretiers at this point. Yeah. Yeah, so 5 turretiers are just kind of standing at the guard, and one of them just kind of nods as if this is a common occurrence. It looks like they're just posted here to just keep watch on things. One of them nods at you, says, "Welcome to Title."
How much has this place changed in the last 20 years?
20 years?
Let's see. For you, yeah, there is, I would say, significant more wear and tear on a lot of the buildings that you used to frequent. Probably, you're looking at just, common things like grime, dirt, and whatnot, dust build up on the outsides of bricks and boards and whatnot. And in addition to that, the city's, the number of buildings has also expanded. There's a few places here and there that just kind of catch your eye. You're like, oh, I've never seen that place before. They look like just houses, though, nothing like major. But then again, you'd kind of have to see the entire city to really know what's what. But yeah, there's some change. There's definitely been some changes, as you might expect over the course of 20 years. Buildings go up, buildings come down, people move in, people move out. It's life. Yeah.
That's important because we're going home. So, where's my house?
So,
where's my house? Where's my home?
Shopping mall now.
Right. So,
Help.
Okay, is just to keep things nice and tidy, who is going with who? Is anybody sticking together? Is anybody splitting up? Let's make groups to figure out first how I will be discussing things with who. So Jaez just said that Jaez is going to go off and do his own thing.
Lloyd's probably also going to go off and do his own thing.
Okay.
And
So
then
that leaves...
the rest of us will stick together probably.
Yep.
Rain's just gonna awkwardly be like, I don't want to get in anyone's drama.
Okay.
So Jaez would openly say, let's just figure out where we'll meet up, and we'll just go from there.
Dean
I
sounds
don't
good.
don't think any of you want to.
And
Well, I'll see if I can convince Lord O'Driscoll if we can just open up some of the rooms. We probably won't have to stay at the inn for too long.
Okay.
oh,
All right.
He's
So for
got a
this-
big house.
For the sake of establishing a meeting point for
Yeah.
the time being, will you guys escort them to the steam closet? We'll say because that's the closer. Of the
Yeah.
Yeah, just steam closet.
Okay. All right. So you take.
Mama, Jaez has memories of Mama Whale being very homey.
Yeah, it's homey, but it also is kind of fishy.
Yeah,
Homey and fishy.
I don't like
a
fish.
sense of home.
Yeah.
It smells. This whole town already smells like fish.
I mean, it has a coastal. It has that salty sea air smell because it's on the coast. It's it's a port town, as it all port towns kind of smell that way, at least in this era. But nonetheless, so you approach the steam closet inn. It's a two-story building that looks from the outside view. It's the bottom layer or the bottom floor seems to be cobbled together of like mortared rocks, loose rocks, but then above that is solid logs making up the second story, and you see plenty of lit candles and fires from the inside in this dark and dim light of the evening. So you go in, and there's looks like whoever's the patron of this establishment is this old man wearing like one of those what do you call them? I forget the name of those caps. The ones that looks like a ball cap except it's got.
Oh,
those?
those, yeah.
There's a word.
I don't
for
know.
those.
What? Like a visor?
Not like it's like
Not a newsboy cap, no.
I don't know. The ones that
are like straighter, right?
yeah, it's like I wonder if I have one actually. Like kinda, yeah, actually, yeah, like this, but
Oh,
only
that.
yeah,
That kind of hat.
this kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, newsy.
That's exactly the hat I was picturing. So great
Wow.
job.
Yeah,
But
newsy
I don't
hat.
know.
Cool.
Okay.
Is it a newsy
Yeah.
hat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it a newsy hat? It might be. I
So
don't
yeah,
know.
he's got these long old like sea sailor like sideburns that are all
Woo!
kind of gray, and then he's wearing one of those, and he says it's like.
A little different.
Hey,
from
welcome
newsboy.
to the steam closet. You be needing some rooms then?
Yup.
Yes.
Just for all 5 of you.
Are you coming?
Ye-
Just 3 of us, or?
It's uncertain.
Not quite. No, just for the 3 right now.
If you
They're
want us to get your
Never
room
been
or
to
not.
Title. They're guests.
Okay, sure.
Mm.
Well, just write your names down there on that sheet, and I'll get you some keys. The rates are right now is 1 gold a night, if that fits your fancy.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We have breakfast in the mornings, but you're on your own for lunches and dinners and such. But we will change your sheets if you want us to. It's like, all right then. He goes over to kind of reaches underneath the counter and pulls out a couple of keys. Let's see. I'll put you in 16. And you can be in 21. And we got an opening. You want first floor or second floor? There's one left.
Second.
Second, all right. You put you up in 25. All right. Have a good sleep.
Vague memories of murdering somebody in one of those rooms. He's like, that was good times.
Ooh, I hope I get the murder room.
Make sure
That
that
sounds cool.
Can we roll for that? Like,
Yeah,
has
let's roll
Jaez
for
murdered
that.
everybody?
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll a d. Let's see. There'd be about 40 rooms in this place. So.
Is there a chance that
I got a d30
any of the-
or there's a d30 and oh no. I'll just roll 2 d20s. So this,
Okay.
So oh wow. Okay, so that would make it. So second floor, the room 30.
Murder room.
So
Ooh, I'm close. I'm adjacent to the murder room.
You're what was 25? Yeah, you're 25.
Yeah, I'm in 25.
Sturge is. We'll just put Sturge in 21, and Beni in 16.
Cool.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna make a note. 30 is murder room.
Murder room.
Murder
Okay.
room? Question mark? Yeah, because it's fun. Okay, so. All right, so you have a place to stay. You guys can just, for now, just subtract a gold off of your thing. I mean, 1 measly gold if you. So, with that established, so Jaez, Lloyd, who wants to do what?
I really
And
want.
do
I really want
either
Lloyd
if you
to
want
have his
backup.
family.
If you want backup, someone can go with it. If you don't, it's fine.
I mean, we got maybe. Wait, does Lloyd have a sending stone?
I don't.
We need to give Lloyd a sending stone because I have one with Beni.
Mine's to Garen.
Yeah.
So
We
that's
we
not
don't have
very
another
helpful.
set.
I don't think so.
You know
I
what?
don't know.
I'm so sick of losing track of who has what setting stone. I'm gonna create right now in my
Just
notebook
make a map.
just like a freaking, I don't know what to call it, like
Hey.
connect the dots.
Hey, I know where mine goes.
Okay, I'm just
I
gonna
have it in my
big note
inventory
here.
now.
Sending stones. Okay, so Rain and
Garen.
Garen. Okay. And then Garen also has one to Yuna.
To Yuna, yeah.
Who he went to go and save and be the hero to, and they will live happily
Yeah.
ever after.
I
'cause
wish
please,
them. I wish them the
please.
most happiness.
Who took the sending stone that Father Breon gave them?
Benny did.
Beni,
Oh,
okay,
I think
so-
Benny did.
Okay, Beni and Father Breon. Okay, what else do we have?
Jaez and
Benny.
Beni have sending stones
Okay.
to get to each other.
Beni and Jaez. So Beni has 2 sending stones.
Yes.
Jaez-
Two different people.
Let's see, Garen has 2 sending stones.
And Jaez does have one that goes to his sister, who
That's-
probably has not received the package that he sent.
Yes. Okay. All right, Jaez and Vashti. Got it. That's true. I do remember that you purchased that, but you got you sent it today, and then you guys teleported here, which means you beat your package. So you
Yeah,
just
didn't
deliver-
expect to be teleporting to title, else he would have just brought it himself.
So you beat your package here. Okay. So, all right. You okay? Did you fall down? Oh. Hang on.
Baby down.
Baby down.
He sounds fine.
Yeah, I know.
He sounds okay. He's all right.
He's giggling, I know. Okay.
I
He
heard
alright.
him.
Yeah, we're like, oh, he fine.
Okay. So, we'll start with I don't know. You-
I
you
would
guys decide.
like Lloyd to have that reunion. He's so stressed.
Okay.
I want to see his grown ass daughter.
All right. So let's get started. All right.
That's
So
why I'm
Lloyd-
excited. I'm the only one who's seen her.
Okay. So
Oh,
let me see. Stop this. All right. So Lloyd, you make your way from the steam closet towards the suburban kind of area of town where you formerly lived. So you're looking around the neighborhood, kind of, you know, eyeing the streets. It's like just, you know, memories are kind of coming back to you. You're like, oh wow, yeah. And then, you know, you see on your way, you walk by, what's it called? The Frost Spade Bar. That's a name of one of the places you often went to drink with friends, and you're like, oh, good, it's still here. And you can see people inside. They're just chatting, drinking, eating. Although it is quite a bit quieter than it normally would be this time of day, and it's pretty easy to see why. I mean, just look up in that air, and like with this thing hanging in the sky above all, of course it's a bit somber of a atmosphere around the world. But nonetheless, you kind of press on towards your house. And there it is before you. It's still there, still intact, and there is a light on inside.
Okay. He proceeds towards the building.
Okay.
And gets up to the door and just kind of like runs his hand along the wood. As he, being a carpenter, he probably had something to do with putting this house together.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Yeah. So
he kind of runs his hand along it, and he's just like, I could have done that better.
Wow, this was a shitty belt. No.
Subpar repair job.
Because also, like, between then and now, he's built, like, an entire castle.
Yes.
So he's improved quite a bit.
He's hating on his own work, I see.
Yeah, he's criticizing the past version of himself.
Yeah.
But he just kind of, like, sits there for 30... Not that long. I guess just like a beat.
Yeah.
Like, and then he deep breath and then knocks on the door.
Okay. You hear a voice that you haven't heard for like 20 years, and just says like, "Just a moment." And then, you hear footsteps coming over to the door, and
he's gonna back up a bit so that he's not right in her face.
Okay.
When she opens the door.
So
she falls out crying.
Dark-haired woman opens the door, wearing just a fairly simple kind of blue and purple dress, and she kind of blinks for a second as she opens the door, and the cold air comes in, and she sees you just standing there, and she just is like, she just runs to you. She just runs to you and throws her arms around your shoulders, and you nearly get knocked over by Vega. It is... Her hair is got streaks of white and silver in it where it didn't have it before. And, there's a little bit of wrinkling around her eyes, but she just says, I was with Lloyd. I can't believe this is true. I thought you... And she just says, she keeps saying like, thank you. Like, I can't believe it. All of this time I thought that the gnome was just lying. You did not show up yesterday. I thought it was all just a hoax, but you're back. You're really here. How can you? Where have you been? You have to tell me.
It's kind of really hard to explain. So about the...
You don't have to explain nothing to me. I know everything what happened to you. I know. Of course, when you disappeared, please come inside. Come inside.
I'll go inside.
Not just sleep.
Yeah. So she like immediately just hugs you tightly, really again, as if like she's scared that you're just gonna disappear or something, and she's shaking a little bit. She's like visibly shaking.
He's kind of also doing a bit of that as well. He doesn't like it's such a like 20 years of just waking up every day and eating space carrots and making jokes with Felipe and building the castle and sweating my ass off every day. Like it's just kind of like a surreal moment for him, so he's kind of like taking a minute to kind of take it all in.
Yeah. So you spend a good full like 2 minutes like just embracing one another and just rub her on the back, and she's like kind of holding you back, and then she breaks the silence by saying, Lloyd, I know this. I Felipe, is he?
I'll just kind of hold up my finger with the ring on it, and I'll say, Felipe de la Torre died in action.
She kind of nods her head like in acceptance, as almost as if she was expecting it, and she hugs you again and kind of sobs a little bit. It's like, I am so glad to see you. That the day you disappeared, at first I was furious, but then I went searching for answers, and my questions led me to this gnome, your friend Poppy, and I questioned him, asked him what happened to you, and he seemed very distraught, but he told me what had happened, that he had helped you to try and get to some place where these fire elementals were, but then he confessed something to me that I think you should know. He did that intentionally to you. Did you know about this?
Something seemed wrong in the moment, but magic. I don't know much about magic, so I couldn't quite tell what was up with that.
He said to me that he has some vision from his goddess Ayun, and that she came to him with some premonition that you would come to him for some help, and that he must help you. But instead of doing what you asked, that he must instead perform the ritual in a certain way, so that you would be sent to where you were sent. And Felipe too. He said that thing about his goddess predicted the dire end of the world situation, and she kind of gestures upwards, like, it seems like something is happening, Lloyd. I don't understand what it is. Like, what?
I've got the answers if you want to hear them.
Yes, you must tell me everything, including what happened to my brother. I want to know all of it. So, yes.
So basically, him and I were caught by storm giants, and they basically enslaved us in this camp where we were forced to chop wood and build structures, just do various different things for them. And all the while he was coming up with some kind of a plan to escape. And
You were a slave this whole time.
Yes.
She's like, I knew I should have killed that puppy. When he told me about what he did to you, I was furious, and I unleashed such a punishment on him. I thought that I would kill him. But in the final moment where I would have crushed his head, something stopped me, and I let him live. You need to... He should not have done that to you. He should not have done that to not my brother, not you, not anyone. No one deserves that.
And by the end of it, we had built this castle for this Storm Titan guy, and on the day we escaped, Felipe had created some arrangement with another one of the giants where he would help us get away on the airship of the Titan, and he was doing something. He was spending way too much time. I didn't know what he was doing, but he kind of came out at the last minute as the ship was starting to leave, and he gave me all these...
Ship?
There
was a ship? Oh.
Yeah, there was a flying ship. It flew through the sky, and he gave me this big chest with all my belongings and various other things, and then he ran off to do something else. I don't know exactly why he did it, but by the time he came back, he was being pursued by the Titan, and as the ship was leaving, he had, for whatever reason, not put this ring on, and he jumped for it and tried to land on the boat, but he was struck down by some artifact that the Titan was carrying along with him.
Oh. So the ship was attacked.
Yeah. He was this close to making it.
So he sacrificed himself so that you could live.
Yes, but also he sacrificed himself to give you and our daughter and everyone else in this town.
And as you say that, like, she was so swept up in the... What happened to the music? Yeah. There we go.
Music is also just swept up.
Yeah, I thought I had it on loop, but maybe I didn't. Okay, anyway, so she, as you mentioned, your daughter, her eyes go big for a moment, and she, it's like the moment that has just transpired just completely threw off her train of thought, whatever she was doing previous to your arrival, and she just now is remembering, and she says like, Kallista. Yes, Lloyd. Kallista, she is not here. She has been missing for 3 days. I was just about to go leave and look for her. Like,
Do you know anything about it?
With the place she was working at, the what is it called? The alchemist situation. I always forget. Draftmore. You know? You know Draftmore. You do. Draftmore is a large alchemical guild in Title. One of the few that exists in the world, but it is quite a large one, and it is a fairly good one. But anyway, you didn't know that Kallista was working there. You don't know what she looks like or anything, but anyway.
She was a baby the last time I saw her.
Yes,
so
she was just a babe in arms the last time you saw her. But anyway, so Vega says, it's like, Kallista, she did not come home 3 days ago, and so of course I went to check with the guild, and her headmaster, this Professor Ovom, he said they not show up for work, not for 3 days, not her, and not her two friends. Was it the dark elf and the other one, the Ardyn? So they are missing. So I don't know. But he don't know where they are, so we also look for her. Yes.
Yeah.
I asked him if he know where they go, but Professor Oban, he say he do not know. So I am worried. I am so worried about her right now, especially with this situation, this thing in the sky.
About the thing in the sky. You guys all got to get out of Tital.
What do you mean?
Felipe, the reason he gained a piece of information that saved all of your lives. He got this book from the Storm Titan, and it says within it that today Tital was supposed to be completely destroyed by Storm Titans, and probably demons as well.
What?
And because they don't have this book, it seems to have been delayed, but we have no idea when it's going to happen. So we need to get Kallista, and we need to get the hell out of here.
She's like, Kallista, why? She has run off again.
I've got some new friends, and I think it's possible we could find her with magic.
I hope so. Well then, come. We have nothing to lose. Where are your friends? We must talk to them.
Let's go. I think they're back at the what's the name of
The steam closet.
The closet. We're in the closet.
the
Yeah, the steam closet.
I believe they're at
Come
the
get us
steam
out.
closet. Let's get to business.
Sure. Let me grab my clothes. So she quickly, throws on some warm, weather gear for outside, bundles up, and heads outside with you, trudging through the snow. Okay, so we'll pause that storyline there. Moving on. So Jaez.
I'm having like a conniption for Jaez after finding out. I'm like, oh yeah. Good thing he did not go see his sister yet. Okay.
Well, I mean, he would have just found an empty house, I assume.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we'll find out. Alrighty.
Or, a bloody mess. Who knows?
Oh God, I hope not. Poisoning everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jaez
You were heading to O'Driscoll Manor, correct?
Yes, that is where he's going.
Okay, so you were heading to O'Driscoll Manor.
Also at this. He would have taken, because I didn't want to interrupt the flow. He would have taken this time to like, as he's going, he'll find some nooks and crannies to kind of spruce up his disguise. He's like, okay, they may not be paying attention. The big moon in the sky may be deterring from some attention from elsewhere. So you know what?
What are you disguising yourself as, by the way?
That's what I'm trying to think now. Something familiar to O'Driscoll, but maybe not familiar to the servants there. Well, not all the servants. I know some of the servants are in the know, but not all of them.
What were you wearing when you teleported?
I was wearing the City of Brass disguise, which was like the like the sailor-esque shirt, the striped sailor shirt.
Right. Okay.
And I have like my armor that can just turn into clothes.
Can you go ahead and roll a disguise check for me for the time being? Well, I'll let you roll. I need you to roll 2. One is for what you looked like when you arrived. The 3 guards looked at your party, and it's possible that somebody might have noticed you. But then if you're going to spruce it up, I'll let you re-roll the check.
Hold on, because I know I get an additional thing for disguise.
I think you get a +5 on top of the normal if it's a disguise.
Yeah, I think it's a +5. Let me see. I can't see. Oh God, the light. Wow. Okay, here we go. Because disguise was a +5 to my bluff, isn't it? Because we don't have disguise.
You roll there's no disguise check, but you roll a bluff check.
A bluff, okay. So let me double check. Okay, and I'm trained in bluff, then we'll just add a +5 to that because, Woo. Home field advantage.
Yeah.
And does that have? I don't think we could put. Oh, we did put the +5 in there, did we? Trained. Oh no.
I might have just put a note. I don't think I added it into the base.
Okay.
It
No.
doesn't always apply. It's a conditional modifier.
It's a conditional mod. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, then we'll add a 5 to that. So that's gonna be a 41.
Woo!
Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any chance in hell they're gonna notice. But
He just walks in the eye.
I'll roll it
Invisible.
anyway. You never know. I might get a natural 20. No. Okay. So, yeah.
You got a dirt.
That's what he said. He said, "Welcome to title." Be
And
our
he's like,
guest.
"Like,
Be our guest. You're murdering. I guess.
Jaez like modulations words like your car and life, and he just.
That's pretty much what would have happened with a check like that. Okay, so all right. So you do you want to just keep that because you're not going to need to roll again? I can tell you.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just go with that. That's fine.
All right. So you fairly confidently make your way through the streets, the city streets of Tiger.
Jaez just goes by like, I think I murdered your cousin because he was into like embezzling in his head and just keeps going.
You look similar.
You look like a guy I killed.
You look like a guy. I mean, to be fair, he doesn't just kill people for no reason. They usually do some terrible shit.
Okay. Anyway, making your way through the city, you approach the large, slow-grade hill that makes its way up to O'Driscoll Manor, and you note the condition of this year's crop of vineyards, because that's out in front of all of O'Driscoll's place. It's all vineyards. It's like this gradated, steeped vineyards. You know how in like certain places in the world they have those rice fields that have steps.
Yeah.
So it's like that, but with vineyards instead. And you know that Lord O'Driscoll's family grows a specific breed of grapes that actually can grow in this cold climate. So the cold actually doesn't bother them. They're called thistle grapes. So thistle grapes, they make a very interesting type of wine. But regardless, you see that the thistle grapes are in full, bloom, full, what's the word? Not bloom.
Harvest,
I guess.
They're peak harvest time.
Peak harvest time. Looks like any day now or any week now they're going to come out and probably harvest them if other things in the sky don't bother them first. There's a number of lights on in the manor. You can see as you walk up the switchbacks that kind of make their way up the hill. Finally, you reach the top and you see a guy that also he's kind of like the doorman to the manor. He's just kind of it's just this kind of like surly man who has kind of a bald spot on the top with brown hair around, and but he usually covers it up with a cap, and he's smoking his pipe as he usually is. His name is Claude. So you actually never bothered to learn his last name, so it's just Claude.
This is Claude.
This is Claude.
Is Claude in Fight Club?
Is
Murder
that
Fight
a
Club?
Fight Club reference? I don't
No, is he in Murder Fight Club?
Oh,
is he in?
I see. Why am I getting these pop-ups? Go away. No, I don't want to learn more. Go away.
You sure? You don't want to learn more? You sure? Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yes, actually, you know what? I hope his name is Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Claude sees you. He's gonna make a check against your disguise.
Van Damme, fun.
He doesn't recognize you. That probably doesn't expect you either.
I would hope not.
You come up to the door, and as you approach, not a flicker of recognition in his eyes. As he kind of takes a couple puffs on his pipe, like, "Hey there, what can I do for you?"
So JJ, is he in Murder Fight Club? Like, is he
No.
is he in?
Not that.
Okay. All right, cool. He's like, freaking Claude. What would Jaez's impression of Claude have been before he left? Like, would he just be like incompetent, good at his job, or just negligible at best?
He's a nice guy. He's a nice
Okay.
guy, average guy. Like, he, when in his off time, he goes and has drinks with his boys, but when he's on duty, he doesn't drink, and he, watches the door, and he does what he mostly he's there to greet guests, take in deliveries, go get somebody if somebody is being requested. Like he just handles people coming in and going out. Keeps tabs on things. That's and he does his job. That's all.
Okay.
He's not an idiot, but
Okay.
he's not like a genius. He's Claude.
Okay, yeah, no, okay.
He's very
Okay, so he's not in the know, so he likely would only know. Of course, he would know Jaez, but then when Jaez has quote unquote meetings with O'Driscoll as not Jaez, he has to come home.
Oh.
Um,
Well, I don't know if you recall.
Okay.
Like, you would know that there are secret entrances, like, into the map.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
it's up to you if you want to use them or go.
No, he's gonna try to walk. He's gonna try to walk in the front door first and just be like,
Okay.
Let's see what happens. Let's see how Jaez would want to assess how security is in the place after his quote unquote attempted murder of Lord O'Driscoll that he wasn't a part of.
Yeah. So, it's doesn't seem to be any more than usual. So
That's good.
Take that for.
Yep. Okay.
what it's worth.
Okay. So Jaez goes up. He's like, "Greetings, my good man. I have a meeting with Lord O'Driscoll. I know we shouldn't probably be doing business as usual, but the moon shouldn't stop life from progressing."
Oh. Is that so? Lord O'Driscoll didn't really tell me about anybody. He isn't expecting anybody today. What's your name? I can tell him you've
Corvidae,
arrived.
damn it. Corvidae. You can just call me Corvidae.
Corvidae.
Corby Day.
Corvidae, like Corvid AE. Corvidae.
Corvidae. Corvus.
Yeah, so it's like our necro boy.
It's like what?
Oh, daddy.
A previous character in Glenn's campaign was
Oh,
named Corvus.
I see. Okay. He says, all right. Well, afraid I'll have to ask you to just wait outside while I go and see if he'll have you. So just
Yes, of course, certainly.
hang tight. He just gives you a little smile and a nod, and he goes inside, closes the door behind him, and you wait out there in the cold for a little bit.
And Jaez is honestly taking it in. He's like, as much as this place was it was it has terrible memories, horrible memories, but also he made a life here and he had a chance here, and his sister was relatively happy here, so he's just this is home. The biting cold is very welcoming compared to the bitter cold of freaking Hectacartes.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, this is a summer breeze compared to up there. This is so much better.
Yeah, up in the high altitudes of the shifting mountains, that was really bad. Here it's winter. It just feels like a normal winter right now. But it's summer. That's a little odd.
Yeah. So he would also be taking in the facade of the house, trying to see which rooms are openly active right now. He's particularly looking for O'Driscoll's office and Ardyn's room.
Okay. Hang on just a second. I think if I do this,
Ooh.
I think I showed you guys this already.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got a different angle. Yeah. Damn, he got some vineyards. I didn't think it was that bad. I was like, damn, that's a lot.
If this thing
I forgot
That is a nice
he got that
place.
money.
Yeah, his family.
Yeah, that's some fuck you money.
You know that the O'Driscoll
Yeah, that's
family
fucking
has been in this location and owned by the same family for at least 10 or 11 generations.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
So you also know that half of it, including the vineyards, all burned down at one point and were rebuilt. But that was 100 years ago, and you were.
Yeah, he was just that wasn't my fault. I didn't had anything to do with that.
He wasn't even born at that point. So, Anyway, so you see, as you're kind of waiting around and taking in your surroundings, you look up in the second floor, and you notice like a curtain kind of being pulled back as a light comes out, and then you see like a face. You can't really make it out because it's silhouetted, but it's in this place where O'Driscoll's office would be, and so you just kind of assume. Do you do anything?
He's like, the Lord is home. Hopefully. We'll find it. And he's like, no.
Okay, so the curtain closes, and there is.
Oh wait.
There is
okay. No.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this was a long time ago, so you may or may not remember. I seem to recall you visited Argyle Wallace in Column City.
The information guy.
He's a member of your organization, but not one of the hardcore hitters. He's more of like a not an information dealer, but a what do you call it?
He's like a go-between liaison.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you, I believe, told him to tell Lord O'Driscoll about your current situation.
Yep, that was the updated version.
Probably. Did that information say that you were coming back or not?
That's a good question.
This is before you guys left for the Elemental Chaos.
I don't know. I feel like Jaez would have mentioned that he would come back if there was anything major that he needed of absolute import. But he didn't expect to be coming back so soon.
Okay. All right.
Or I guess in relation to when that last meeting was, how many days or months has it been in game? Or rather, I guess weeks.
From when you left. From when you left Title. It's been about.
I guess from when I left Title, yeah.
From when you left Title, it's been almost 5 months.
Almost 5 months, and then
4 and 3 weeks, something like that.
Okay, and then from Argyle's message back to Title.
Probably. I'm trying to think how long you guys were in the Elemental Chaos.
Yeah.
There was that long boat or the long ship, the airship.
Yep.
And then
I feel that would have
there for 10 days or so, maybe a week to 10 days. I don't remember exactly. But
a week to 10 days.
Like that. So, yeah. So
from when
to 10 days since you gave that message, whatever that message.
Gave him that message. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. So we'll say it's been about. No. So it's been about roughly 6 months since he's been back, and roughly 10 days since he's not made contact with O'Driscoll himself, but a message has been.
When I said it's been. I'm pretty accurate on that one. You've been gone for 4 months and 2 or 3 weeks total. That includes time in the Elemental Chaos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So roughly 4.5 months then, just around.
Yeah.
Just to give me. Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, because that's why I long time ago I decided I'm gonna make a freaking timeline because I keep losing track of shit. So yeah, I made a timeline, and it's been the best decision I ever made because I can look up very quickly, okay, what happened in this year and this day? I see.
Sean doing? He's just jumping off and back. I'm sorry.
He's smiling at me. That's what he's doing.
Okay, cool.
There's something going on
you looped me straight into the story. You were like,
not even he just flat faced onto the cups, bruh, you good?
He's got a bunch of blankets he's jumping on behind me.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
A bunch of pillows and blankets. He's like, wee. Okay.
Okay. All right. About 4 months, 10 days. Okay, or 2 weeks.
What did
roughly.
you? So what did you put? What did you send through Argyle Wallace when you sent the message? Because you definitely sent a message, but I just can't remember the details of it. So we can decide now, and it'll be fine.
Yeah. I think in my notebook, I think I actually did write something down, but. Where is it? Would you want the thing that I wrote down, because I'm fairly sure that's an accurate representation of what I said, or I was right, or I was okay, let me see. Where's the notebook? Where are you at, ma'am? Are you close by or not? Da-da-da-da. He's having a grand old time back there.
That is.
All right. I don't know. My crappy writing. I may just have to like send you a picture and then just read it out to you.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you can read it and then just give me the Crypt Notes version, that should be enough. Because I'm just trying to figure out how Lord O'Driscoll would perceive this visitor.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, he would definitely know the name. Like, I think that's the name. Like, I think I said that.
oh,
is
is
the
that
name.
one of your code names or something?
Yeah, Corbidae Dammer.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Corbidae what?
Dammer. Oh, I'll spell it out.
Yeah, just write it in chat. Okay, I'm sorry. If that's the case, then yeah, no issue whatsoever. Yeah, I didn't realize that was a thing.
Corbidae Dammer. Demur.
Dimmer.
Demur. You have Demur. Demure.
Topic here. Loopy. Okay. So he goes in. Claude goes in, and after a few moments, you see the curtain go back, and then the door opens back up, and Lord O'Driscoll stands before you. He is,
all right, neat.
Yeah, he himself has come to the door, and so Lord O'Driscoll is an elderly. I forget. Did you tell me? Is it a Ladrin or elf? I can't recall. Ladrin, right?
I think it's Ladrin. Yeah, that's why it was kind of weird that he's like this whole estate.
Yeah, he's quite an elderly fellow. He's probably in his 80s at this point, but for an Eladrin, that's actually not that old. But
it's not that old.
But nonetheless, he doesn't look too different from how you last remember him. He's a man who wears kind of nice fitting robes. He's a little bit stout for his height. Not as much as Beni, but still a little bit stout. And
living the good life.
Yeah, and he always wears these spectacles on his eyes, and I guess to play the role, I'll just put on some of the spectacles. He always wears spectacles, kind of like reading glasses like this. He has long silvery hair that he lets kind of drape down to a little bit past his shoulder length, swept back, and he always wears this like kind of nice vest on top of like his other clothes, with a rope belt tied around his waist, just because it's comfortable. And usually he's in his manse, so it's usually just wearing some indoor slippers or something. But anyway, he comes to the door. Cozy. And he's like, he's just like, well, we must get you off the street, huh?
Jaez, like, he, before even like coming inside or even saying, he gives his very familiar, very proper bow at the hip and says, "My lordship looks very well today."
Yes, thank you. You as well. Please, come in. He kind of looks around behind you, just to make sure no one's kind of watching, and then he turns to Claude and he says, "Claude, would you be so kind as to just get a cup of tea ready for us?" It's like, sure, at once, my lord. I'll let Bethany know. So Claude runs off to tell Bethany to make some tea, and you walk into the mansion. It's immediately much warmer inside, and you know that because you know that there are some enchantments placed within some of the walls in the mansion that constantly give off this nice heat. So it's always nice and comfy warm inside the O'Driscoll Manor. Well, in the newer section. When he had the new half rebuilt, he decided to add some fancy stuff like that to just for creature comforts.
Because he rich like that.
Yeah, the old wing of the manor is still, pretty chilly if you go in there and don't light a fire. But the new area is, for lack of a better term, air conditioned.
Yes. We're like, central heating.
Yeah. One never gets tired of the creature comforts. So, I last received word from our man in Column, Argyle. He tells us that you are, making headway on finding out about this imposter.
Indeed. And, well, my lord, to be honest, there are completely some things in this world that I don't think either of us were really knowing of.
Well, tell me what you've learned so far, and perhaps I can search my resources and come to some conclusions. What do you know?
So Jaez goes into an explanation of beings that were bred and manufactured to be like the ultimate like assassin and whatnot, the Maverdorn. He just goes on explaining
his
that.
eyes grow a little wide. He's just like, I don't know the details of their creation very well, but I've heard the stories of them. Do you think that your imposter could be one of them?
One of a handful. I managed to meet one, and
Really?
my God, they're good. They're very good.
Yes, as I said, I've heard the stories. They were bred from nothing. Bred extremely severe methods by this, the Dread Emperor.
Dread Emperor.
Himself, yes.
Yeah.
Well, if history has taught us anything, extreme methods produce extreme results. So it's not shocking that his proteges, if you would call them that, are as skilled as you say. I wonder if any of them would consider working for me.
I think one tried to kill you, sire.
Of course, I jest, of course, but in any case, but this Maverdorn you met did not try to kill you.
She was, well, as dang it, my list, because he would have mentioned, Kellogg's in his letter, like his suspect, but didn't exactly get to figure that out if he actually sent the Maverdorn. I don't think he did, but Jaez is unsure of that.
Actually sent the Maverdorn. Oh, so
He sent the Maverdorn to kill Miss Lord O'Driscoll, because since that's the only Maverdorn he met.
You never talked to. I don't recall that you ever talked to Kellogg's about that.
No, I think we're just on the ship.
Yeah.
And I think Jaez had his suspicions. He's just like, did you mess up my life right now? Why am I out here because of you? Is it your fault?
But you never.
And then
the only thing you, I think the only real.
only found out about his dad.
The plot point that was relevant to Jaez was that Kellogg's mentioned that he met your father.
Yep.
And that he said your father was looking for you.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's what. That's the information you got from Kellogg's when you met him.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys never talked about what happened in Title or assassination attempts or anything like that.
Okay.
So you don't know.
Okay.
So it's like, but anyway, Lord O'Driscoll here's the name Kellogg's.
Is it one was in the employ or in the friendship of Kellogg's?
Oh dear, that's not a good sounding state of affairs at all.
What do you know about this man, my lord?
Not much. As far as I am aware, I have no information dealers, but as far as I'm aware, he doesn't operate in Title, at least not so far as we know. It's just the same rumors I've heard everyone else say, that he's cannot be killed, and he's murdered several people. He's wicked with his spells and carries fire and with him wherever he goes. Certainly this type of person we might target at one point in time, but my jurisdiction does not extend past title, thus my hands are tied. So long as he does not incur... what's the word I'm looking for?
If he doesn't fuck with your shit, you don't fuck with his shit.
Precisely. Yes. Encroach, that's the word I was looking. So long as he doesn't encroach upon our territory, we will have no qualm with him, I suppose. Though other factions of our order might.
I suppose that makes sense. And I actually had a chance to meet him face to face. He doesn't seem like the type of person, entity. I don't know what he is. Tiefling. To. Well, I didn't think he was being dishonest.
Huh. What do you suppose his motives are for whatever he's doing?
Honestly, my lord, it wasn't my business to find out, but I think he has a grudge.
A grudge? Well, grudges are certainly a motive for many of,
well, that's what a grudge against a god, I think.
God. Well, good luck to him on that endeavor. In any case, speaking of grudges, that's been on my mind of late quite a bit. Ever since that failed assassination attempt on me, I've been brooding quite a bit over who might have sent this entity. It's quite clear that they knew your relation to me, otherwise they would have picked some other phone, but they knew that your particular visage would be able to get close to me. That much is clear. Whether or not he knows our other dealings outside of the public eye, I'm not sure, but regardless, I cannot, strain as I might, I cannot think of anyone who has the means or money to hire such a skilled assassin that is, can get past all of the traps and guards I have set throughout my months.
Neither do I, my lord. That part of...
If my would-be assassin was indeed a Mavadorn, then... Well, one thing, part of me wonders why they failed. If the Mavadorn are as skilled as they say, there was nothing stopping them from just driving a knife right into my chest there in front of everyone. That would have sealed the deal for certain.
Absolutely. I wonder if it was a message of some kind. I wonder if it was just send a message.
It might be, who's to say, but it has been on my mind. Knowing that it's a Mavadorn, or maybe a Mavadorn, is certainly a step in some direction, at least. And, I'll think a minute more. Maybe reach out to some people who know anything about that.
Indeed.
How have you been? I'm sorry my hospitality hasn't been what it was ever since this thing in the sky appeared. Everybody's been a bit on edge.
Honestly, my lord, I'm just happy to see things aren't too chaotic here. Though, can Jaez roll a perception check to see if the cleanliness of the manor is up to his standard, or have people been slacking?
Sure. You can roll a perception check.
It's going to be a hard DC.
Yes.
I have a feeling I know the answer, though. Knowing Jaez's standards.
Just like, what have y'all not been doing?
What did you roll? You got a 26.
26.
You kind of nonchalantly, as you're walking past pieces of furniture, just scrape your finger against it and then kind of do this. And hasn't been dusted in maybe a week. Like, it's been dusted within the last week, but it's been about a week since it's been dusted, you think. And you notice that a couple of the books are not quite sorted just right. They're like a little bit leaning to one side, or like the book end is kind of being pushed over, and it kind of irritates you a little bit. But it's like not a wreck by any means, but it's not up to your like super critical standards by any means.
Jaez, he purses his lips and he goes,
Dust it burns. I like that comment. He's like, this is burning. I do now. And Jaez purses his lips and he just says, I don't believe the staff is taking care of you as well as they should be. I think I need to have a word. He kind of looks around and looks like, it's good to see you. Yeah, he just kind of looks like. So
like, yep, that's Jaez. He's like, that's not an imposter. Oh god, here we are.
Yes, zero doubts about the identity of this person.
Am I to assume this means you will be rejoining the staff here then, or do you have other business to attend to before?
Well, of course, my lord, I'll resume my duties here, but I believe it will
be... He kind of stops. As you're speaking, he's just like, oh, right, your sister. Yes, I have...
My sister...
yes, she has not come back to the manse for 3 days since. I have some of my servants out kind of asking about for her, but no such luck so far. Although,
she's not at the society.
No, I sent, again, Claude, the doorman, I sent him to, go asking for her, but the headmaster there, what was his name? Ovon. Yeah, Headmaster Ovon says that they have not shown up for work. Not her, nor my son, or one of their friends. I can't recall her name, but
Kallista?
Kallista, yes, that's the one. Yes. Yeah, I have not...
Ardyn's missing.
Yes,
what?
I don't know. I have not seen from him in at least 3 days, and that is also what has got my nerves tied up. It's possible that I thought this cat's paw that tried to kill me is perhaps trying to get back at me in another way by kidnapping my son, but there has been no evidence that shows signs of struggle or anything. In fact, some of a great number of Ardyn's belongings are missing. It's almost as if he packed them himself and left. But if so, he never told me or anyone else about it.
I see.
I cannot imagine what the boy is up to, but if this is not the right time for it, as he looks up again, it's like.
No, it is not. Is Ardyn prone to just kind of packing up and going on many adventures, or just...
No, Ardyn has always been
He's been a homebody, right?
He's always been very kind, caring,
yes,
and do the right thing kind of guy. Not super, definitely not adventurous, by any means.
Okay.
This is way not like him at all.
Okay. Jaez is trying to keep his composure. Vashti's missing. Ardyn's missing. Yes, Kallista's missing. There's a lot of people missing that he actually likes a lot.
As for Vashti, your sister, I feel as though they are probably together wherever they are, maybe perhaps along with their friend Kallista, but I'm not as familiar with her belongings that she keeps in her room, so I'm not sure if things have been packed or not.
I'm very familiar with her room, sire.
Yes, you know, it's quite the sty in there.
Vashti. My lord, if you permit me, may I go into both of their rooms too?
Of course, by all means. Make yourself at
Thank
home.
you.
It's good to have you back.
Oh, and what is the current situation with the staff on my going away? Would they be adverse to seeing me, or do you think perhaps I should stay disguised?
I've taken care of things, not to worry. Those who are an issue have been sent away. Everyone else you can trust.
Excellent. Because Jaez
As
may
for
get
the
a little
general
comfortable.
public, you should still watch out for a while. Right now, the general public is, well, rather distracted, as you might guess.
Indeed.
But still, though, best keep a low
Like-
profile. Use the tunnels when you can.
Absolutely.
Tunnel.
Well, if it's... In which case... I think I'll get a little more comfortable as he starts, like, shifting back into his butler gear.
As he starts cleaning.
Starts tearing, and he's like, yes, I'll get comfortable. As he's just wiping down.
Okay, so we'll cut that right there for the moment and switch over to the other three. So Beni, Sturge, and Rain.
Oh, right. I would like to know, like, I have 3 companions. Can they come stay here for a little?
Oh, I suppose.
They're trustworthy enough. They've killed for me. It's fine.
Are we?
They've killed for me.
They've killed for me.
It's not a lie.
Well, actually, 4 compatriots. Well, I mean, Jaez will mention that he came into the city with 4 people. Right now they're staying at such and such inn. This is their room numbers. Here are their names. One of them's from here, actually. He was gone for 20 years. That was crazy.
Oh, really? Well, that's quite interesting. Well, perhaps I know them. I've been here for quite a while. What's their name?
Lloyd's last name
is Silver something.
Silverfang. Lloyd Silverfang.
Yeah, he does one of these. He does like Lloyd Silverfang. Are you sure?
Ooh. Oh yes, kind of grizzly looking old man, has a wife, has a child.
He chews on his glasses. Like this, and he's just like, huh.
Could that be Lloyd Kenobi?
After all these years, he's still alive.
Indeed, I was quite shocked seeing him myself, considering.
You know who he is? He kind of gives you a wry smile. It's just like he kind of taps you on the shoulder. Do you know who that is?
I remember seeing him in the city when Vashti and I first came here. He was quite kind to us.
Did you know he worked for me?
And Jaez stops and just looks at Lord O'Driscoll. He said, that I did not know. He didn't mention, though I didn't really mention you either, so...
Oh, quite the heavy hitter, that one. Yes, he's quite good at what he does. And I had one...
That explains... Jaez is just like, he knows his eyes, he's like, that explains so much. That explains so much. That's why I didn't like him. Because he's... And Jaez is just like, he just purses his lip, he's like... Got more skill than I do, I guess.
I wonder why he didn't come on his own. I guess. Well, thank you for the. I'll know to expect him then.
If you'd like, my lord, I'll go.
Like shakes his head. He's just like, Lloyd bloody Silverfang. What are the odds? It's like.
I'll send him your way, my lord, when I see him again.
Please do. Yes, I would love to see the old chap.
Jaez's ire with Lloyd. He's like, that's why! That's why! No! It's Sean! Hey, Sean!
But as to your friends, of course, they're more than welcome. I'll have some rooms picked out for them. But you know the hall, not the...
Yes.
Right.
Of course, yes. Guests only.
Yeah. You can see to the arrangements yourself. You know what to do.
Thank you, my lord. Alrighty.
Do you have a
murder
room?
Well,
y'all aren't going to the murder room. Y'all be alright.
Alright, well, I'm going to...
But I want to go to the murder room.
Not that murder room.
So, I'm just going to retire back to my study. I was looking into other possible leads as to where my assailants... Was there something wrong? Is it like a child is crawling around behind me?
You're crawling
on the description, yes. Now that you mention
behind me. It's so strange.
Saya, it seems like there's a tiny child crawling all over you. What is happening?
It's just he Ichibaka.
Oh yes, I remember this issue. I'll have the servants bring up the ointment.
Hop on pop.
And the back scratch.
Go.
Okay, so anyway, so Lord O'Driscoll, he goes back up to his study and leaves you to do whatever you want to do with the rooms. Go and talk and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Cool.
Does Driscoll know that this place is about to get like fucked?
Jaez
didn't
mention it. He's like, he doesn't want to. His son is missing. My sister's missing. He's stressed. I'll tell him that later when things are a little calmer.
Okay.
Yeah, what's his son's name? I'm trying to get everyone squared.
Okay.
Ardyn.
Ardyn.
Ardyn is his son. I know Vashti's your sister.
Yes.
Ardyn equals O'Driscoll's. I'll just make some notes in the chat real quick. Or no, well, can you do it? You're.
Yeah.
I can talk to these guys while you fill them in. Okay. So,
Yep.
Great.
So the three of you. Sorry to keep you waiting all this time, but there was a lot of reunions.
No,
to
enjoying.
get through.
Yeah.
So, what are the three of you doing in this inn, and why does my music keep stopping? It just keeps stopping. I don't get it. Like,
Turn it back on. It's massaging my soul.
Yes.
And Lloyd needs a soul massage.
He does.
There we go.
His little grown-ass baby's missing.
There we go.
She'd be
Is it
in
playing now,
college
or
by
is it
now.
not playing?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay. All right. So, what are you guys up to?
We're at the inn.
If I recall, it's evening, so probably rest. Getting
Yeah,
food
I
and
mean, I
resting.
don't want to be boring, but
Yeah.
Rain feels like shit, and she's had a bad day, and she's just going straight to bed, blood and all.
Okay.
I hear these parts are famous for frost wine.
Yeah.
And we're back up. What?
Thistle wine.
Love it. Yeah.
Beni?
And with wine
why?
always comes some sort of sweetmeats.
Yeah, Beni.
Thistle grapes or
Beni, I
whatever.
will allow you a history check
Okay.
to know what the general food culture is here in Title. Because you are.
Yeah, you say
are
wine, I
quite
just turn on
the
the stairs.
worldly
Wine.
person. You do a lot of traveling, and
Yeah.
you especially do a lot of eating and sampling of food. So it's very likely that you might know something like this.
Yeah, he super know.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I got y'all.
Yeah, correct. You are indeed correct. And you know what? I will allow the group to name this wine. What is the name of the wine created
Ooh.
from thistle grapes? Thistle grapes. You can name the wine. I'll allow you. We'll take a
can
vote.
do this, guys.
If there's
We can do
multiple
this.
ideas, then we'll take a vote. Because that's a tradition in our campaign, naming the drinks.
Well,
Icicle wine.
What is
Sorry?
it?
Icicle wine.
Icicle.
I was
wine.
like,
Icicle
I was like,
wine.
Whistlevine.
Whistlevein.
Wine.
Whistleveine.
Whistle
Vaguely German.
Vine.
Whistlevine.
Whistlevein.
Whistleveine.
Whistlevein.
I don't know why we went so German. And by we, I mean
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, it's Whistlevein.
It's your vein.
It's Whistlevein. I think I went more like Swedish just now, but
Yeah, vaguely Slavic.
okay. We got icicle wine. If there's no other ideas, I like icicle wine. That's cool.
Kind of the thistle image with cold.
Yeah, something spiky.
Yeah.
Let's go with it. Okay.
I think it works.
Icicle.
Also, ice wine's great.
Ice wine or icicle wine. Okay, we'll go with icicle wine. I like it.
Bicycle wine?
Yeah, bicycle wine. Ding ding.
Bicycle wine.
Bicycle
Holy
wine.
fuck.
Bicycle.
You just
Bicycle,
drink a gallon of this wine and then ride a bike.
wine.
Yay! That's a
That sounds like a bad plan.
tradition. Okay.
Straight into the gaijin trap.
Okay. So you there is a house tavern within the inn. So on the first floor there's like a common area where you can order drinks. They don't have a full kitchen service except for the morning, but You can get some drinks. There is a bartender. So who wants to lead this little fun? We got a little bit longer we can play before, I'm sure.
Yeah. I was like going upstairs, and then Sturge said wine. And I was like,
Yes, of course. The Icicle Wine is.
When did Rain become such a lush?
Benny must recommend it.
It's just me.
Have you had Icicle Wine before, Benny?
Long ago, Benny only remembers the delicious taste.
Oh,
Vaguely.
Yeah,
it's
I would
recommended
say
then.
probably you've had it. It's a pretty famous thing in Title, and Title's a big enough city that you might have visited before. You know what? Let's give it a % chance.
I've poisoned many a glass.
Okay.
Roll me a d6, and if it's 3, 4, 5, 6, then we'll say you've been to Title before. So 2 and 3 chance, 2/3 chance that you've been here before. Okay, so yeah, you've been here before, and you have indeed sampled Icicle Wine.
Is it pretty strong?
It's definitely. It's stronger than normal wine. The alcohol percentage is stronger than normal wine.
It's delicious.
Well, that's part of how it manages to survive in the cold. Like it has some innate alcohol content, which like lowers its freezing point. So anyway, Benny recommends the wines.
Yeah. And here's the 200-year history of it too.
40
beginning.
I'm already hungover listening to you talk.
And then all of a sudden, the Driscoll Manor took on the monopoly of the Icicle Wine manufacturing.
11 generations.
Yes. 11 generations.
Excellent.
Okay, so
I fell asleep at the table.
Yeah, so you order some of the Icicle Wines, and Rain slowly starts drooling and
it's just like
kind of face palms.
Rain, I get to the good part.
What? There's a good part.
Yes, the wine.
Oh. Okay.
So Benny, on a scale in your worldly view, what would you rate this wine on a scale of 1 to 10?
10 being best.
10 being like Elquinov, I think is canon that's the best thing you've ever tasted. Elquinov is the drink that Russian sounding guy.
Right.
Yeah, but that being a 10. And the worst swill they serve at dockside bars being a 1.
So we could say 5-ish would be average, so a very comfortable 7 or 8.
Okay. We'll call it a 7.5 on the Beni scale.
On the Beni scale.
On the Beni scale. Benny gives it a 7.5.
7 bennies out of 10.
7.5 bennies out of 12.
Yes.
some arbitrary rating system. I like arbitrary rating systems.
I'm sure he has like his own zine about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He has a blog.
If he could have a food blog. Yeah, I was about to say that. If he had a food blog.
I'm trying to think. Let's see.
He's got an Instagram.
Oh.
Foodstagram.
Yep.
Yeah. Hang on a second. I just want to make a roll.
Okay.
Some off thing I just kind of remembered that it's a small chance, but it'd be funny. So.
Then let's do it.
Did you grab my dice? Did you grab my dice? You did. Can I have the dice?
Get a 20. Get a 20.
Yeah. Hey,
He
Sean,
stole the dice.
It's right there.
He stole the dice.
Right there, the black dice. Oh, you got 3 of them. I see. Good. Great.
Awesome.
Here, can I have them? I'm gonna roll them. All right. Thanks. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna have to roll like 18. Well, you know what? I kind of like. I like being 10 out of 10 is wine. Okay, so.
No, Rain doesn't have a very sophisticated palate.
Say if it's an 18, 19, or 20, then what I'm thinking of will have to close but no cigar. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And Yep. So, Rain's there asleep on the counter, and Beni and Sturge, I guess, are talking for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he woke me up and made me drink wine, but
Yes. Okay. But Rain, you are just out. You're completely just.
yeah,
out.
she's really done for the night.
How about you two? Any further discussions?
Just drinking some wine.
Yeah.
Do you go to
Is
bed?
there, are
Yeah.
there any other patrons here?
I'm asleep, but is there anyone interested in this tavern?
That's what I was rolling for. If there's a particular patron that could potentially be there, but wasn't in this particular instance. But there are a few other patrons, as it's not like super bedtime. Like it's not like 1 a.m. or anything. It's probably getting close to 10. So it's prime time for people being drinking. But yeah, there's a number of other people staying here. But just roll perception checks. All three of you. Well, I'm gonna give Rain a -5.
That's really fair.
For being asleep? That's
He's
fair.
drowsy and half asleep. My music keeps stopping.
Our team needs a nap. Put your team to bed.
The team said she a grown ass woman though, so
Yeah, she's wrong though. We all know it.
that's true. We're just we're trying to get her to admit it though. We're like, you're not grown.
Never.
Just say you're not.
I'm an adult. I'm an adult.
Okay, well then you're gonna get treated like an adult, Rain. You're gonna work.
I do so much work.
Okay, well, all three of you, even you, Rain, you.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got better than Sturge.
You're asleep.
it's not. Yeah.
Oh, not with the -5. Not with the -5.
Even a 32 is still really good. It passes most of the difficult PCs anyway. So, it's not too hard to pick up conversations around the common room because people aren't really trying to hide what they're saying. It's not like they're like whispering to one another. They're just having a conversation. But the general atmosphere of the room is as you'd expect. A lot of like ruminating about Allabar, this new entity in the sky, and the message they heard in their head. What does it mean? What's Demogorgon? What's this shard that it's talking about? Like, what is the column government? What is the king going to do about this? Can we even stop such a thing? And then one thing in particular that strikes you is a conversation picks up where there's these a man and a woman discussing. Looks like they're traveling from another of the smaller villages that came here to just kind of seek refuge for a little while. But they were talking about the priest in their town that was praying to Arathis, but wasn't hearing anything in return. And this old married couple is like discussing like, why aren't the gods have abandoned us? It's like they're not here anymore. It's like this thing, like the gods don't care. And seems like there's a little bit of despair kind of being seeded amongst the populace. Like people are losing faith. So that's kind of the general air of conversation within the bar. Definitely not the normal jovial, like, rootin' tootin', hey, let's have a fight type of situation going. People are quite somber and confused, and some are scared. So yeah, that's the gist of the bar.
That's why I always said religion was bullshit.
The bartender is scraping off the thing, just like, not a fan of the gods, are you? It's just like, it's like.
I mean, you never did much for me. Yeah, that's nice.
It's like, well, did you pray? How would they do anything if they don't know what you're asking? Have you tried?
I'm fair content to be left alone.
Far be it for me to tell you how to live your life. It's like.
This guy.
Anyway, who's paying y'all's tab?
Beni will cover.
I point at Beni.
Okay. Let's see.
He's a
It
wizard.
looks like you went through
Wizards always pay the
2
tab.
bottles between the 3 of you. 2 bottles between the 3 of you. That's that'd be about 5 gold.
It's a good amount of wine.
I'll give him a small tip as well. Being
Thank
friendly.
you kindly, sir.
Ooh.
Big money, big money.
Y'all, you want to head up to your rooms?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Very much
All
so.
right. So
We don't know anything about these missing people, do we?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you
Nah, y'all just chilling. Y'all just having. Rain can get her experience. I mean, her HP back. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
The wizard is never
Yeah. I mean,
Indeed.
when we met Beni, I would argue he was a little bit late on his tab.
On several tabs.
Yeah.
He pays it precisely when he means to.
Just never.
I don't
Some
think
point
I
in the
have
Yeah.
to.
At some point in the
Benny,
future.
Benny, you can mark off, 5 gold off your gold. All right.
Yeah, I marked it off. I
So-
actually gave him
Whatever your tip was.
2 gold. Yeah, 2 gold tip.
So 7 total. There you go. It's a pittance. It's a pittance at your own level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the 3 of you go to make your way to your individual rooms. The rooms are tidied up regularly. It looks like they're not as, what's the word? Like stank as some places that can be. It's a modestly comfortable inn. The rooms are nice and warm. Looks like the heavy logs on the outside are pretty good at keeping it insulated, and there's no windows, but it's for good reason. Otherwise, the draft would just be unbearable.
And it's a step above sleeping outside, which
there's
I'm usually fine with. So
there's not 1 but 2 heavy furs on top of each of the beds, so you can get nice and comfy warm underneath them. So yeah, so you all
Right.
cuddle up and have a nice rest after all the fighting that's been going on in Column City, coming back from the elemental chaos and everything. It's nice to finally be able to just conk out and relax. So let's see here. Where is it? Sturge.
Do I use the rod?
Oh God, please don't.
It could be.
My hometown,
please
please.
do.
Okay.
My town.
Where is it? So, oh no, I lost my place.
Jaez reconsiders inviting y'all to his house.
I take the rat out of the pack and cuddle with it at night, so Sturge can't use it.
Okay, I'm gonna have a private conversation with Paul. So,
Bye.
okay. Let's see. There it is. Okay, so as you are falling asleep, you find yourself wandering through this expansive silver sea of silver reds, golds, blues, and just an endless, sparkling, like galaxy-looking area. You recognize this area because you've been here before in a previous dream. Your vision fades and comes back once again, and you find yourself walking amongst endless rows of books. Just endless rows of books. These bookshelves going up like into darkness. It goes so high. And you feel a breeze come from behind you. And a voice from the void. It's just like, so you have returned.
Do I recognize this place?
You recognize the voice. It is the voice of Ayu. You have taken the first step that I have put
Oh.
Because your job is not done. The one you call Sixtus Furious, his path is still destined for doom. As is all of us, we must, at all costs, sway him at the path he is on. That is
Oh.
utmost importance.
As is Allabars or Allabars? What did you say?
All of our.
Oh, okay. I say Allabar. Allabars. Okay.
He seeks to destroy one of the largest settlements in the world.
Oh, really? I knew he's not to be trusted.
His pain is what drives him. We must make him see that his pain is not all there is. His power can be the death of your world or its savior.
Oh, really?
You must sway him. If he succeeds in what he is attempting to do, it will be the end, utterly, of the gods.
He's trying to destroy everything?
Virtue. The city which hurt him.
Virtue?
Yes.
Do I know anything about that or not really?
You recall the story you heard from Harold about the Tears of Virtue.
Right.
And you recall Harold saying that the timelines of like the age of Kellogg's apparent age and when that event occurred, that it lines up. And Harold thinks that, well, actually it was Kumar, because upon the deal that Rain struck for the Onyx Orb, it was for him to help you guys and also to release Kumar, which he did. And once he released Kumar, the big boy pants are wet.
Wow, no.
Why are they wet?
What happened?
He's talking to a goddess. This is totally a
Are they wet?
PP goddess. Yes.
Oh, no.
So he's okay. So, yes, you recall that Kumar said that he had several conversations with Kellogg, or at least one version of him. And through his conversations, although Alsatius never said it directly, Kumar was able to infer that he was present during the Tears of Virtue. And given the horrible, sadistic nature of that event and what happened to all the people, like the other races that were there during it, it's clear that Kellogg's is out for blood. He wants to just utterly annihilate that city. But it's a huge city. Like, it's comparable to the size of Column, and in order to do so, he needs. It would take something drastic, something dramatic to just annihilate it, and for one person to annihilate an entire city. So anyway, so that's what Kumar's conclusion was. He doesn't know for a fact that he's out for vengeance, but he thinks that's a pretty good. It's very likely. And Harold, after hearing all this, kind of concurred with the assessment given by Kumar. And you were there for that conversation, so you would know that as well.
Okay. And he blames the whole city.
Yeah, well, because a lot of the people still there are ones that were responsible. They're just kind of mixed in with those who. You weren't there for it. You don't know all the details, but yes, it seems like he's out to destroy the whole city.
So my mission is to dissuade him from doing so.
Yeah. So it's like yes. It's like
right now he is gathering incredible power. And with it, he intends to use it to destroy the entire populace of virtue. Such an annihilation of the faithful would be devastating to the god's power. And in turn, we would be quite vulnerable to any attacks set against us. If we fall, the world falls. But at the moment, we are powerless to stop him, due to the Veil of Allabar, as you know. You know what you must do.
And then with that, like, she sends you back into the world.
Wait, I know what I must do.
I don't know what
Do
to
I?
tell you, man. Gods are cryptic.
You do?
Right. Okay, so. Alright.
It's okay, it didn't save my mom either. Hi.
Look at
Hi.
Okay. Okay. So, we're gonna call it there, unless you guys have any final wrap-up thoughts.
Nope, just gonna leave Jaez stressing.
Did Sturge have a scary nightmare?
Yeah.
Did he sleep at all? Did you all hear screaming in the night?
No, nobody heard any.
Rain
screaming.
heard nothing. She was out like a light.
No, you guys didn't hear anything. Right. So, you guys want to continue on Monday, or?
I'm good for Monday.
Monday's fine.
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely works.
Okay.
Better question: am I ready for Monday?
Yeah, I
Are
was
you
about
ready?
to ask that
Yeah.
question.
Jade-
I think I'll be okay. I think.
JD, do you need me to resend you my notes or or retype them? Because I wrote them 4 years ago. I looked at the date on them. I was like, Jesus Christ, 2019.
Typed versions would be great if you can. No,
I sent
no
you.
pressure, though.
I sent you the PDFs.
You did. Yeah, thank you for that.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've got.
Retype up
Oh,
the notes that I have.
you know what? Just because I like to share little bits of lore and story and stuff. Just a moment. Oops.
And Lloyd is
Dungeon
currently
crawler.
running towards this inn, yeah?
Yes. So that's where
Right.
we're leaving off. So Lloyd and Vega are running towards the steam closet inn. So, and Jaez is cleaning up Lord of Driscoll's manor.
Well, cleaning up, but also gonna investigate Vashti and Ardyn's rooms.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The dust bird.
Now that you've given me a few days heads up, I can type those out. Like you told me, like the morning I woke up today before work. I'm like, bruh, come on, I can't type anything. You get pictures.
Can you help? Okay, I'll help you. I'll be right there. Just give me just a second.
Okay, uh-oh.
You're funny. Just see what he's doing behind me. He's got his underwear and he's just kind of pulling them down and up really quick.
Oh my god.
Goodness.
Pantsing himself and repantsing himself over and over.
What?
It's like,
What a kid. They're
Yeah.
so weird.
okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah. So,
It-
edit, say, share with players. All players.
All players.
Changes.
Picture, doc.
Doc.
Vega short story.
And I want to share Vashti's short story, but you haven't really gotten to a point where it makes sense to share it yet. That's one
Yeah.
I wrote and then rewrote, but I'm proud of it. It turned out really nice, and I think Kenya will
Is this-
appreciate it for sure.
I am excited. I want to know what she's been up to since
I'm gonna go myself.
everything.
I'll be right back.
We're reading this.
Oh,
Wait, where'd it go?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
book club.
All right.
Poppy Periwinkle.
Yeah.
So I had a dream. Or
You did.
Sturge
Good
did.
dream, bad dream.
I
Hmm.
saw Ioun.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, and like for real.
what'd she look like?
Good.
She looked good. Vega. Good job, Vega. Being the good.
fuck.
Yeah, I like your wife.
I'm like, yo, she
I
cool.
designed my dream girl.
I love it.
Aww. Wow, that explains Kallista's personality too. For what JD gave me, she's like, she's got some
stuff.
Yep,
Oh, Kallista is fucking fiery.
she's fiery.
Oh, do you know too, Sarah?
I mean, only because I played with her in that one shot.
Oh, yeah.
And if I need to
killed the
remind
character.
you, she tried to PvP kill me.
This is alternate reality.
I know.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've experienced a little bit of her through that.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, are you guys reading?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we keep just talking instead anyway.
Oh.
It's just...
Oh, poor Vega. But she did it. Like, she's a badass. Bad mama jamma. Oh man.
I see Sarah's in the stream. That's Peanutty Gris, is that you?
Yeah, that is. I went in to just see...
Peanutty Gris.
Peanut...
That's what I thought it was too.
It's like, what does that mean?
It splits at the T, it's Peanut Tigress.
Oh, okay.
It's so funny.
It's like Peanutty Gris. Like, what does that mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I was not snooping, but did want to see who was watching.
Oh yeah,
or like how many people
yeah,
were
that's
watching.
the only thing. It's like I don't mind just no snooping, no, because you can totally see my screen if you do that, and that's just spoils.
Right, and I didn't even have the tab up. I wouldn't want to.
No problem. Hi everybody. If anybody can see how many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Some people.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14.
Nice.
Peanut Tigers is like a super old, like middle school username, but it's still around.
Oh.
We still got it.
Cool. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end the stream there. So bye if you're watching. We'll see you on Monday, perhaps. If you continue watching this, great, thanks.
Yeah, how did you find us? I don't know.
Why
are you here?
Yeah.
What brought you here?
We want you to be here, but why?
They watch a bunch of freaks play. No.
Just that one Whooper character, the one with the face.
Yeah. Hot.
You're wearing a diaper now.
And Baby DM, featuring Baby DM.
Hey, look at him.
Aww.
He's cute.
What an absolute cutie pie.
Yeah. By the way, if anybody cares to know, the reason why we broadcast at this time is because we live in Japan. So.
Well, most
Except
for
Kenya, who just suffers. Kenya just suffers.
I did live in Japan though, so this did make more sense. And then I was like, no, I want to see the story finish.
We really like Kenya. We really want.
Yay! With my angsty characters. I'm so sad about Sophia though. I'm like, oh my god, my baby. All my characters are my baby.
See her. We're gonna see her again, I think.
Your ex character just became a villain. Congrats.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted it to happen though.
Yeah,
I wanted that for her. I want her to be reborn as a backward-handed tiger.
Oh, okay. What is that,
Rakshasa. I want her to be because I really was like, I want to play one, so this gives me a reason to remake a character. It's like, this is what happened in their previous life. They don't remember, but they murdered their mentor.
Oh yeah, that is a thing. I forgot about that. Yeah, if divas and Azimars and 5e, or like if they do dishonest things or something against their god, then they're reborn not as a diva but as a like a
Rakshasa.
Rakshasa.
Yeah.
Rakshasa.
Rakshasa.
They gotta
So-
move up the
Thinking
karmic
of
ladder or
Ace Ventura
down.
whenever I hear that word.
Rakshasa.
What's the no. Chicago. Yeah, that's it.
Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Mufasa.
Alrighty then.
Alright. I'm gonna stop. By the way, it is Paul's birthday today. Happy birthday, Paul.
What? Happy birthday! We also did. Aww.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Happy
Oh, man.
25th birthday.
Yes, happy 25th birthday.
25th birthday.
Hey, so yeah, I'm gonna stop the stream.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
go
guys
with
on
every time I
Monday
have a
if,
birthday.
See what yabba dabba do to you too, Paul. Alright, I'm gonna go to work. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Bye, Kenya.
Nice day at work.
Ya.
Bye.
I would
I'm
say
gonna go
good
get some
night.